Good morning. How goes it? Who do we have in here? I need more coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. Good morning. How's it going?
Hey, good morning, Sam.
All right. So gap down like we expected, and going to continue coming down on the open. Um, People are freaking out. Um, to some degree, I don't understand why though. Of course, we all talked about this a lot last night, so I'm not going to go in too far in depth on it. This is exactly what we expected, so it's just how we're going to play it. And I'm looking to see what the QQQ is doing. Be more focused on that going into today than anything. I actually, looking at it right now on the 1 day, let's look at it on the 1 hour. Pull some of this stuff out of here. I have to go back through and trying to keep up with everybody's positions, what they're holding and stuff like that, so we can see how they're reacting to these pullbacks and stuff. One thing that stands out to me is this might pull down a little bit going into today versus going up as expected. I was hoping that it'd keep its momentum going into today, and then we catch it at that peak and pull back. But of course, just like it did last time, went ahead and gapped down on us after we hit our all-time high. But looking at it on the 1 hour is what I'm paying attention to, and I still think we have opportunity to really still win off of some of these puts that we'll be doing. The only thing about it is, let me let the group know. The only thing about it is, some of you guys only can do, you can't do the day trade. I wish you guys had cash accounts so that wasn't an issue for you. So I'm trying to figure out how to play this. But looking at it based on that, looking at it on the 1 hour though, that's what's concerning me the most. Is, or not even concerning me. I mean, it's doing exactly what we expected it to do, and I think it's gonna round off for the pretty much the rest of the week. What I'm looking to see is how it reacts to this support level right here, around the 314.24 on the QQQ. And it looks like the 316.26 is still in play here, or 316.28, which was a support level we were riding off of the other day. So I'm still sharing this everywhere. Give me a second. Trying to let everybody know. Who we got in here? Good morning, everyone. I see people are picking up slowly. I see we have the Justins in our voice chat on Discord. Feel free to join us in our Discord on voice chat. That way you can ask questions real time. I went ahead and put my headphones in, so we don't have any voice feedback, but it'll still play through the live stream directly, so you guys can be heard amongst the rest of the team. Reg, good morning. How are we doing? Who else we got? One thing I'm going to be focused on though is you see this EMA crossover about to begin, and this was what I was actually worried about yesterday, Good morning, J-Dub. How you doing, man? Waking up a little bit late. Kids are out for spring break, so I'm not required to wake up earlier, as usual. I'm trying to get all the rest I can get. Yesterday was a rough day, and it was one of my most profitable ones, so I'm fine with having an easy day today. And what I'm looking at is we're breaking that 316.28 support level right now, pre-market. If we look at the daily trading log, we're in a -5. This could go down to about a -7 or 9 before it rebounds. As you can see, U.S. equities have actually pulled back after the markets closed, and I think it was like 5 or 6 p.m. Central Time. This entire table was green, and as you can see, we have gapped down and pulled back from there. I'm going to start tracking it. I know I'm a little late. I am going to track it now, and then I typically do it in 1 hour intervals, but I'll track it at market open, right at market open, and then as it pulls back, then 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so yeah, I feel like we're about to do an EMA crossover on the 1 hour. I'm not saying it's going to be extremely heavy, but if we pull back and those EMAs go completely red, see, we did this last time. We did this at the beginning, it looks beginning of February. And this is really when the 10-year started picking up the first round. We have some compression here. It bounced off of it. And then we had more compression, and then the EMAs finally went down. It took a while before it actually broke down. It took like 3 more days before it really broke down. And with it being Thursday, kind of minimizes us having that same 3-day window. But you can see we dropped from 335 to at least 329, so that was $6-7 drop. So I'm kind of feeling comfortable with holding on to this more, because I don't think the 10-year is going to pull back at all. It hasn't. It's had some gap downs and stuff like that, but it's, if you look at it, we can look at it here together, it's been on a constant trend. I actually have it pulled up here. It's actually sitting at 174 now, and every day it seems like it gaps up for the most part, and it's going to continue to recover pretty well. So that comes with it. I don't care what unless you have somebody with a megaphone trying to pump the markets up, but I'm not going to get in that conversation. I think this is what needs to occur. Like we said last night, we had a call. For some of you that weren't with us, we sat on Discord for a while and just kind of discussed the entire economy, and pretty much everything's been pumped up so much like it needs to pull back. We're at a ceiling. When you hit all-time highs, that is a new ceiling. So if there's going to be a lot more liquidity put in the markets, they would have already came in. But I just don't see this like running like it was before. In fact, I see this pulling back because people are probably going to start freaking out, more so than ever, even worse than yesterday. And they were just freaking out because of Jay Powell. He hadn't even spoke yet, and Jay Powell actually said they're staying neutral on, manually rising rates. He's letting them naturally grow, is what I got from that. I could be, there could be some other underlying information, but I'm just taking it for what it is. So if you're gonna naturally let it grow, that's fine. That means the economy is going to naturally recover, right, as far as interest rates go. And in order for that to do that, the economy is first going to have to pull back. I think this could be that period where we could see that 5-10% corrections almost daily. I think we are really at our ceiling. We've been there, and we've just been pushing it above it. And if you look at the SPY, we were looking at some stuff. Was it the QQQ we were looking at yesterday? And we were kind of identifying some longer-term trends and stuff like that. And we were in this compression zone that we were looking at. And even so on the SPY, it shows it more. I think the NASDAQ has just been pumped up so hard because of all the tech companies behind it that it doesn't really show naturally like the SPY does. And what I mean by that is, if we go look at the SPY and you look at the long-term trend and where we broke out at it on it, you can see where it got really pumped. And I think that's ultimately where the issue lays, or where it lies, is that it was just extremely pumped, man. And so it created this false narrative that the markets are just wildly, you know, great. And they're not, in my opinion. I can't remember where it was. I don't think it's saving my trend lines, and I don't like it. Let me reset this. So this was the natural trend line for the SPY. I'm about to identify it here in a second. If this thing would work. Oh. But just for everybody that's in the small account challenge, I am still privy to puts right now because I think people are gonna freak out, and it's just gonna keep coming down. People are tired of seeing red days, but right there in December, I'm trying to get this to freaking show right. I don't know what's wrong with this today. Let me see how I can do that. Weekly show it better. There we go. Now you can see what I'm talking about. Right, I can't remember when we received our second stimulus checks in the economy. When was the second? Was it in October or November? It was in December. So right about there, December 29th. That's the one we pushed 900 billion into the markets. The markets took off, and I would have been more comfortable with it staying on its natural growth level. So with it being at these levels, I honestly believe this is where we are supposed to be, at the 377s. If that makes sense to anybody and what I'm trying to say here. And the fact that we're 20 bucks above it, almost to the T, is creating this glass floor right here that we can break through and just come on down, man. So I don't know, man. Everybody's expecting green days every day moving forward, and I don't understand how in a situation like this. I mean, if you look at the natural growth trend that it was on, take out the pandemic, it did bounce up here, but for the most part, we stayed true to it. We stayed true to the trend until that happened. So I feel like there's 20 bucks, you know, it goes back to that 5-10% correction that's still looming. I feel like that's about to come. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of all of these trend lines up here for now, because I can reassess all of this and figure out. Ultimately, though, this trend that is going in, I think it's coming to a dead stop. And if anything, it should have happened right about here once we hit 394. We're sitting right above that, so I want to see if it, I mean, actually, we're sitting right at it. It's 394.28 pre-market. That line is at 394.17, so I'm expecting it to break down through that. At least if it's going to stick true to this trend, then we can see it come down probably to like the 386, 390s. If it busts through that, though, we're going back to the 370s again. And I actually think if it goes back to the 370, then we're going to come back to this trend line we've been trading in, the natural one. And so I'm going to base it off of the natural one moving forward, just so we stay realistic about what's going on here. And that's somewhere around, I'm comfortable with that right there. This is pre-pandemic. All right. This is when the markets pulled back in 2018. And even then, it bounced back up and stayed true to the trend, the natural growth trend. That's what I'm going to call this. This is the natural growth trend. We had some corrections here, and then we broke down. So now we're back in the natural growth trend, and then this is what happens when you pump a market harder than it should be. You break above it. It's been riding above it. It's unnatural. So I expect us to at least fall back to those 360s. And I've been saying 368 for some time. It already hit 371 in March. I was saying 368 before that. A lot of people were telling me it wasn't going below 380. But basically, that's what I think. I think that the markets are going to come back to their natural trend line, and you can do one of two things. You can hold the stocks where you have them now, and potentially be holding bags for a long time, or you can ride this market down. You can ride this market down, and then you buy in when it's back in its natural trend line. Now, I think there's so many people in here that are just following the hype that it's going to be so much panic selling if this occurs. And this is the theory now. This is not what this is the theory. There's so many people that's following hype now in the markets that it's going to probably break it even below its natural trend line. Honestly. And I think all that weight that's going to come down from people just following the hype, that even the institutional investors are going to kind of sit on the sidelines, or they're probably going to short the markets while it happens to themselves, but I mean, we're coming up to a pretty strong compression zone right now, and that being right here. I think the markets are going to break that back down into this trend that it's been trading in. This is the hype trend. This is the natural growth. They're going to consolidate to about the 383, try to bounce back up once people think the markets are reversing. And then ultimately, I don't think it's going too much higher. I feel like if it was going to go much higher, we would have already been there. But things are opening up. The economy is slowly, but it is making its way back to its natural state. And if that's the case, this is the trend line for that natural state of growth. So, compression here, breakdown, boom, we might find support. Okay, we might bounce again. Once it gets rejected for the third time, it's going to go back in. That's what I think. So basically, sum it up, we got about 5 minutes going into the SPY. Let's look at it on the 1 hour, see where we're at real quick. I'm sorry, I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on that. We're going to have an EMA crossover, I think, going into the morning. What that means is shorts on the SPY, on the QQQ, on the markets. I'm not holding anything equity except for RMO myself. So it looks like we had somebody hop out of the Discord. But anyways, moving forward, I'm still privy to the puts on the QQQ. So let's look at them real quick while we have a second. I still think the QQQ is going to come down. Let me add in. I'm gonna take a tip off of Jeff. Add in. I don't think I like this SMA actually. I think it's oddly set up. Let me see. I don't think you can configure it how you want to. No, you can't. Or can you? No, you can't. So I'm gonna have to find another one actually. Get that one out of there. And I'm not in a rush. I already told you guys that we were going to see how it opens first before we just hop in there. Might try to recover a little bit, but I think people are going to freak out. So we probably could go ahead and do it. What am I doing? Simple moving average is what I'm looking for. Jesus. I need another cup of coffee. All right. So where are my simple moving averages? That's all I need. Average basic. Let me see if this one works. If it's customizable. It is. Okay, so 180. Now, if we're looking at it, I'll highlight it a little bit so it kind of stands out a little bit more. Let's do like hot pink. No, that's not light enough. Yellow. Oh, that'll work. There we go. If we look at it, we're looking at where's it sitting at? 314, which is about right. But I think people are going to push it below 314. We can short it now and go to the 313s. Let's see what options we have on that. I know we're playing with about $300, which allows us to get a little bit closer. This just dropped. I mean, what, $6 overnight? So you can expect a lot of these options to pick up pretty quick. So 300, we'd be sitting right at that line. $6, 300, $240. This is going to be about $500. Trying to find one that we can get in. $6, 183. So we're looking at maybe like the 311s to hop in today. We might be able to get like some 313s, so just keep an eye on that. That's what we'll be looking at going into the morning. I want to see what the other time frames are showing too. Looks like we might be rounding off on the 30-minute, 180. Below on the 10-15 minute. Looks like it's trying to actually come back some, but that's why we're not hopping into it straight off the jump. Going into the market, we're going to kind of sit back, let it do its thing first, and we have about 2 minutes before that happens, guys. And that's on the small account challenge. I'm not sure who all in here is following that, but we're actually doing continued puts on the markets. I think they're going to continue coming down. Looks like it's finding support above that 316.28, so I'd probably wait for it to break through that and show signs that it's going to before I confirm that we can do that. Otherwise, we can just do the optional puts to the upside. Now, those are going to be a little bit more expensive, but these are going to come down for sure because, I mean, they're about to get ate up. Whoever has calls on these is probably about to lose a good bit of money waking up in the morning, and I hate that. But before the markets open, I'm going to refill my cup. Okay. See what we do. Looks like it might be trying to round up a little bit for it, which is fine. We might be able to catch this at the peak, and that's what I said I wanted it to do. And it was going to gap down a little, not a lot, not this much. Typically, I would say, I guess nobody's hopping on the voice chat, so I'm going to take my headphones off. Typically, I would say, buy calls here. But I don't think I'm doing that today. We're already at 317. That's cool. Bring those price ranges down. So if we hop into this, we're doing 7 days out. March 26th, 2021. QQQ puts somewhere around 311. Like I thought. Right at 311. Exactly. I'm going to watch this on the lower time frames to look at that EMA rejection coming in. But I'm going to let the 10-minute play out first. Because it is highly oversold. Or pretty oversold on the gap down. I will give it that. But I think it's a misconception. And actually, Thursdays are pretty much my worst days. I've been tracking it enough to know that I have bad days on Thursdays. And so when I typically go into the markets using my typical strategy, thinking that, okay, from what it's showing me, it's going to go up, I make calls here. And I typically have the most issues on Thursdays. Now, I had a rough day Wednesday. At first, I thought it was Wednesdays. It's really Thursdays. Let's see what the SPY's doing. It's bouncing back up above 395. And this is kind of what we wanted too. I said that it was going to gap down a little bit, and we're going to let it pick back up, catch it at the peak of the intraday. With us not being able to buy puts yesterday on the small account challenge because we already had entered into our option calls on the market. Looks like the SPY's getting stalled out at 395. Finding rejections on the 5-minute, 55 EMA, or 34 EMA, I'm sorry. It just broke through it, but still pulling back. So I got to track the markets for us now. We're at a -5. And I don't see this being a good day. So pretty much what this is telling me, this up here, red day. Now, when it reverses, it's a question. If it even reverses is the next question. And it looks like we're bouncing up like we wanted. We're going to catch this at the top. So looking at our option chain, we might be privy to getting into maybe the 313s if this continues to run a little bit. Let's go over here to the QQQ and see where we're at. Yeah, see, you see the daily is starting to fall off on the MACD too. We're losing momentum in it. Well, let's see what the 1 hour is looking like. Let me pop this back, and I'm going to pull out some of these drawings so we can kind of get some clarity in there. But yeah, we wanted to pull back. Go ahead and pull back a little bit. SPY's up to 395, hitting another EMA. Looks like it's running into an EMA issue on 10-minute next. So we'll see how that reacts. But the ultimate goal and what we were trying to accomplish today was let them peak. We're going to snatch some puts at the top of the peak. And then we're, March 26th, Reg. And then we're going to basically ride the drop into tomorrow. Still need to go in here and share this in our bigger group now. I need to set up our automation system where this is getting pushed automatically to that bigger group we have now. Thanks to Andre Natashi. Shout out to him. Shout out to the squad. Appreciate the support from everybody for the most part. Thank you. If you've shared this anywhere, feel free to tag me in it. Let me know you're sharing it. Appreciate it regardless. If you don't, tag me in it. Alright, so feeling like the spot's about to top out. I said we were going to wait a little bit closer to like 9 o'clock before we make our calls, so we'll go through this. We can definitely look at our plays in the coffee and stocks while I'm waiting. I'm watching it up here, so keep in mind I'm keeping an eye on it. Seeing some slight buying volume come in on most time frames. 30-minute looks like it's going to let it prop up just a little bit. I see this topping out, the SPY. I see it topping out around the 396.50 areas, give or take. And that's fine, because that'll set us up to buy these for cheap. As you can see, these are hitting pretty green today. But let's see, what are we doing? QQQ. Let me pull my time frames back in here too. All right, and reset this thing. So what I'm looking at right here is the 30-minute. I had it on the 1 hour. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute now. We'll kind of watch for our entry into this. And once the 5-minute breaks, or the 10-minute breaks, and has the momentum to go up, I want to see that rejection around the 318.48. So 5, 10. I want to see the matter of fact. I'll look at it on the 30, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour. 4 hour I think tells a true story. Most of the time, the 1 hour really confirms it. 4 hours topped out. So you might see this small burst. It's going to give the illusion to a lot of people they're going to start buying stuff. But ultimately, I think it's going to blow up in their face. just a little bit. So, let it hit 318. That's what we want. I'm looking to see how these are reacting. I think we were saying 311s at first. So, and it's coming down for us, which is good. Look up here. Watch the QQQ as well. Now, in a put scenario, I wouldn't mind doing puts on the SPY. I just know that the QQQ moves more, has a larger range of movement than the SPY does, which is more advantageous for our options per dollar we make. So that's why I'm going QQQ. And the good thing about it is, one thing I've been tracking is the QQQ seems to move in the same pattern, but almost 30 minutes to an hour behind the SPY. So I want the SPY to pick up. I want the QQQ to follow. It looks like it just tried to bounce to 318 there for a second. On the 10 minute, we're rounding off. 5 minutes still showing movement. 1 minute, not quite seeing pullback on it just yet. I'll put the 5 here. I'll put the 10 up here. And 30 right here. And the 1 hour. Yeah. So probably sit here with you guys until about 9:30, 10 o'clock today. And so you're not bored, we can definitely look at some. I had 5 stocks I was looking at yesterday. I put on our watch list for Millennial investments. All 5 of them are down. FCell, Workhorse, NNDM, MRO, BNGO. BNGO can't seem to stay above 939 or so, somewhere around that level. RMO has actually been running pretty well. A lot of people have been hyping up NNDM. Workhorse hasn't really been able to recover ever since they lost that USPS contract. And then FCell's power horse for me as far as gains. You know, I think it's a power company anyways. I've been pushing FCell since, November, December. It's done pretty well for us. Alright, so let me make sure my time frames are right. And we can look at that list that I was talking about. The coffee and stocks list and see what they're looking like. In terms of a pullback, I keep saying this, you want to find companies that are still performing. LKCO doing well. Plug actually lost some momentum because the company announced that they were going to be basically resetting their financial expectations, their financial I can't even remember the word right now, but that reset really caused a lot of momentum loss in the stock. I think it went down a good bit because of that. SNDL had earnings yesterday, had good earnings, beat their earnings. I want to see what happens with it today. I know a lot of our team, a lot of our squad is in this, and I'm not personally, but you know, I want you guys to make some money. And the fact that it's up in a market pullback, I think that's a strong indicator. I think once the markets pick back up, this will go with it. But if this pickup is temporary, all right, then don't expect it to go too much further. But as you can see, it's already pulling back. People are trying to take some profits on it. 30-minute looks like it's trying to consolidate, but still round off, trying to keep pushing higher. I keep saying it needs to stay above the 155. We're trading above that, but it can't get past that 171. Even after the earnings report, it jumped up to about 174 and broke back down. And look where that's resistance is, like right around the 170. So it needs to stay above 171. It looks like it might have some slight momentum to push it higher, unless we start seeing a loss right here, which it looks like it's going to lose that momentum. So my suggestion here with SNDL is play it in the price ranges that it trades within. So if it only trades up to 171, capture your gains. It's went up to 190. Of course, that was, I think, everybody hopping into it, going into earnings, you know, the expectation, and then selling the news like almost literally the morning of. But how I would play it is, if I was in it right now, I'd capture my gains that I got off of it, let it consolidate to the 130s, and ride it again. It jumps 30 cents. That's almost what is that? 25% swings that you can ride on this. I know what I could do. I could go buy a. No, I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say I could go get a put option on it and ride it on the way down. BE. What do I think about BE? If you guys have any stocks that you want to look at while we're sitting here waiting, I'm more than happy to look at them with you. Somebody asked about BE. J-Dub. BE. Ooh. Bloom Energy Corporation. What are your thoughts on it, J-Dub? What are you looking at doing? Buying into it? Because in that scenario, I would watch how it reacts here to there. So if it breaks below the support level, then it's coming down. And it could be coming back down to those 2278 levels. It almost looks like it is. Let me reset this chart specifically. Yep, just broke below it. Alright guys, I don't know if we're going to be able to wait till 9 o'clock. It looks like the markets are just losing it already. I'm not getting into the QQQ until we break that 316.28 support level though. And I mean strong. It needs to do it strongly in order for me to feel comfortable with it. Let's go look back to it. We broke below 317 already. Let me pull this out so we can see the charts. Momentum. Reset. Let me make this so this is how we're going to look at it. For our entry, I typically watch the 1 hour, the 30 minute, and the 10, and then the 5. YVR might run today. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a gander. Real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this on the other tab because I want to keep that there. And then YVR. So with this, might have to shift some things. I don't know. Having some strong resistance right about 410. Pretty high on her overbought. What's going on with the company overall is my question. Let me see. Go look her up. What happened in the last few days for it to liquid media shares halted on circuit breaker to the downside. Up 70% as traders on social media. Oh. Is this a hype stock? As traders, a stock. Let me see. Where was that? What's weird is, it says, this is what the news says. Liquid media shares up 70% as traders on social media attribute move in stock to exposure to non-fungible tokens. Yet a spokesperson tells Benzinga the company has not made any announcements about entering the NFT market. And so the stock's up. All speculation? Like, the company's not even willing to confirm that. I don't know. That makes sense to me. TA, yeah. So that's why that thing was up so hard. Oh man, it's up to $30. Woo! I know a lot of people were looking at this. We actually use this as an example. I'm not sure if John's on here. but you know, I was showing him, kind of getting him caught up because he came in late to the group, and I was showing him, how to identify key levels and stuff like that. Um, and it rebounded well through that 2249, man. Me, honestly, I'm not getting into it. All right, yeah, thing took off. Whoever's in it, good job. I hope you're winning. I really do. Like, ultimately, regardless of what I say, I hope everyone wins. I just hope we have a sense of when to pull out. All right, so QQQ is breaking the 316.28. I know we said we are gonna wait till about 9 o'clock. It's 8:48 right now. I'm gonna be a little patient. If it breaks 316, I'm activating my puts on it. Okay. So March 26th is what we're looking at. We're looking at spending about $300 on it. So that would sit around the 309s. It might pull back up just a little bit for us. If we can't get the 309s, then we can definitely get the 308s at least as an alternative. I want to see how it breaks through. Broken six. I'm getting in. All right. Typically I rush into this too. So let's hold up. Good job, Shad. I was actually gonna short that thing, but they don't have options. So, and I was gonna hit you up in the group. I was like, "Hey, man, I know you're in this, but I think I'm gonna short it." And I'm glad they don't have options because I'd be fresh out of luck. That thing took off. It doubled up too. So, I'm kind of glad we waited on those puts. All right, but I'm comfortable with buying them. Like I said, I'm getting the let's see. I'm getting the March 26th, 7 days out. Don't expect to hold this until the weekend or anything like that. 8 days out, excuse me. Correction, don't correct me. Looking at the 309s for $300. So I was looking at the wrong time chart. 300. No, it wasn't. Looking at the 309s for $300, bros and gals. I'm going ahead and hopping in. And I'm in. For you, that's in our small account challenge. I am adding the, what did I say? March 26, 309 QQQ puts. Everyone should already be winning. I hope you're on here with me. Gonna listen to Tim on coffee and stocks for a bit. That's what's up, bro. What's up? OC, you on here, man? Appreciate it. Shad's here this morning. Glad to have you back. Got J-Dub, Justin, Reg. What's up, everybody? The whole squad's here. Who else we got in here? Let me know. Give me some love in that chat, man. I was just quietly sitting there. It's a better day today.
All right, I got in at 301.
We got some people. I got Justin on the voice chat. Guys, some of you that aren't haven't been here for a minute. Let me see what Justin's talking about. What was that, bro?
It took a minute for mine to go through, but I got it at 301.
You got it. Yeah, it did bounce up a little bit. I'm looking at it. Yeah, see, the 10-minute was showing it to prop up, but the 5-minute looks like it's gonna have momentum loss. Got in at 289. Cool. You got in better than me. Let me see what I paid for it. I should have bought another put when it popped up a little bit. I got in at, where's my trade price? Man, RMO's eating me up, bro. I'm down $100 on it. Don't appreciate that. I got in at 301. So let's see. Keep in mind, man, we have a 5% suggested stop loss with a 10% threshold, sell threshold. So if it starts hitting those levels and you don't feel comfortable holding anymore, I don't blame you getting out, you know. But me, on the other hand, I really think this is just gonna keep pushing down. I'm looking at buying. I'm gonna buy some larger in the money puts. Um, a little bit further out. Eeh. I don't know if I'm doing that because I'm expecting to hold these going into tomorrow. I was gonna do some larger in the monies. Data is what I'm basing it off of. Willing to put up. I want to minimize my data burn, so let's see. I could buy $1,000 in the put in the money calls and have a $17 data on it. Jesus, I don't know about that. All right, you know it's weird. All right, I'm not even gonna go. Oh wow, that's $1,200 for that one. How much am I willing to lose? I'm willing to lose like $25 if I hold it into tomorrow on theta. So, just looking for the rat. Oh, I'm all the way in April. That's why. Ugh. So anything in March is like $50, bro. I'm not comfortable with $50 though. Let's see, March. Only other Marches I have is April, the 31st. Let's see. There we go. So I'd have to pay like $700 to get in on this one. It's bouncing up a little bit, so it's making it a little bit cheaper for me. Do I want to do it? Do I want to do it right now? That's the question. I'm going to have it ready to go. It's bouncing up a little bit. Maybe if it crosses 317, I can buy the 1750s for about the same price. So let's see if it does it for me. I don't think it's coming up though. Let me look on the smaller time frames. Find my better entry. 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, and the 30. The dirty. Yeah, I don't think it's coming up any more than it is. I want to go ahead and hop in there for 708. I just bought the 317, 708, April 1st, 317 puts on the QQQ. Paid about 708. It didn't even fill my order because it broke down. That there set. All right, so what we're seeing too, us being at 317 or near like 1650 and stuff like that, we're only seeing like $10 loss. Oh, did it fill my order? It did. Cool. All right, man. So these are the puts that we're holding into tomorrow. I just think it's gonna lose momentum, man. We could have waited a little longer to confirm that the EMAs were actually gonna break down on us. I don't see anything that's on the economic calendar that could really poise anything up, you know what I mean? Let me see. Been extremely busy with work. I hate missing coffee and stocks. Man, we miss you too, bro. We miss you too. Hey, you know what, Justin? I'm gonna buy 2 of them too. I'm gonna go. I seen your comment or somebody's comment. It was one of you Justins. It's one of our Justins here. They bought 2 of the contracts, right? So I like that idea for the fact that with 2 of the contracts, if it jumps 100%, you can let one ride, right? It's that split and run theory, where you sell half of the position, let the other half run because it's free money, and you can let it just go into the next day or so. So I'm actually going to get I'm gonna buy the same one again. It's actually gonna allow me to average down.
Which one are you talking about?
I'm still going. I'm just buying another 309, just in solidarity, I guess you could say. But I bought the 309 March 26 puts. I bought a second one, so I have the ability to, if it goes up 100%, I can sell one of them, capture those gains, and then, which 100% is now for me 283 after averaging down. So I mean that's $283 in profit right there. If it does even go 100%, bounced up to 317.
Both of them holding till tomorrow.
Yes, we are. And let me see what my combined theta and everything is. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna hold on to these RMO warrants, man. They're already down
Yeah.
like $100 or 75 on those alone. I bought them too high, anyways. I feel like so that's a mistake on my part. I'm not saying anything towards anybody else, and how you feel about yours, but that's just where I'm at with mine, man. So my delta on this is $105, and my theta is 80. It's almost not even a trade-off. Why? Oh, that's because I have two of these contracts, two of the same contracts. So I'm honestly looking forward to selling one of the contracts today. So that would cut that in half, and it'd be like $50 compared to 105, which I'm not really for. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get out of these warrants, man. It's just money sitting there I could be using elsewhere, and it's not performing like it needs to. Of course, I am down like $75 on it though. I kind of want to wait. All right, guys. Let's see. For everybody that's sitting here with us, I got two contracts at 281. Okay, so everybody's kind of like doubling up their accounts. It seems like. Cool. I know we were sitting.
I'm gonna stick with the one because I don't have the leeway to get out of one today. So
Yeah, I got you, bro. That's understandable. I mean, we're up 50% on the small account challenge, anyways. Pretty much across the board for the most part. Everyone that's ran through it with us, and I expect to be up another 20 to 25%. All right, so people might like this one, but CTRM hit my scanner this morning. For you CTRM fans, sitting right at $1. And 4 hour looks like it's ready to take off. 1 hour, I'd probably jump to like 105, 107 or something like that. But I mean, that on a penny stock, on a dollar stock, is still like close to 10%. It's like 7.5. But anyways, what else is on there? HIMS. Just to give you guys something to look at. Looks pretty good. Has earnings though. I'm not sure if that's pre-market or after hours today. Let me see. I don't know. Is it today or this morning? I mean, I know it's today. Is it this morning or this afternoon? It's 18th. Yeah. Cool. You should see those QQQs pulling back down a little bit. Or pulling back up, rather. Give me the money. Bring me the money. You're seeing some strong EMA rejections on the 10-minute for the QQQ. Right below that 13 EMA, man. So, keeps doing this. Finally just going to break loose and continue pushing down. Of course, you got to keep up with the 10-year, US 10-year on it. And that is actually pushing up. So, it's up to 175. It was around 174, I believe, when we started this morning. Tesla sitting at 679. I wonder where Bitcoin is. Have something up for it as well. SPY sitting around 394. I don't know if I want to short the SPY today. It's already gapped down. Let me see what I'm gonna do about it. Who got in here, man? AAB. I said I was gonna hop in that with y'all, but it was already up to like 32 cents, and I was like, man, it's already 2 times where they already got in. I'm not even gonna do it. What are we doing, SPY? What are you spying on? Let me see. 1 hour. EMA rejections on the 1 hour standing out to me. EMA rejections to the bottom side of the 13. Now, like I said this morning, I expect the QQQ to follow the SPY, if my theory is correct. Yeah, I might go ahead. Who do we got in here? I see more and more people joining us. Feel free to say hello. You know, what stocks are we trading? What stocks are y'all looking at? Let's look at y'all stocks. That's what Millennial Investments was. I mean, not Millennial, just Millennial Investments. That's what the coffee and stock session was built for. Let's talk about the trades you want to look at. I feel like we haven't done that in the last few days. We've been focused mainly on the small account challenge and things of that nature. So, let me know what you're trading, man. Let's look at them. Let's share our opportunities with everyone else. How about that? I think I'm going to go ahead and buy some SPY calls just for the hell of it, by the way. I might spend about $4.49 on those, depending on where they're sitting. I have some March 24th calls. I could probably buy 2 of them at $3.95. I want it to be above $3.95 before I buy it, though. That's even if it's going to go that high. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do dual contracts per option that I go after. That way I can capture that split and run tactic for those of you who know what I'm talking about. And then that way, once I sell it, the contract that's left open can run overnight if I want it to run overnight. It's strictly profit. It doesn't look like we're coming back to $3.95 though. Come on there, bye. The theta on these are $27, so I don't mind wasting $27 going into tomorrow in order to let it wait, pull off. I don't think it's going back up, man. Jesus, come on, bro. Come on. Who we got in here though, man? Listening and working. Wife's in the office. Asks where's the superstar. She's still asleep. She kept us up all night, so that's why I was a little late. Oh, Carr, what's up? First timer. Thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for being here. Basically, just to let you know, this is Coffee and Stocks. We get together every pre-market. We look at the markets before they open, kind of prepare ourselves going through the day. We look at trades that everybody else is trading. I'm not here to necessarily recommend trades, although I might do that from time to time. If you have any trades you want to review, we can do it together as a team, so that way everybody gets the same information on the same stocks. And that's what it's really about. So, but back to your Reg. Yeah, she kept us up all night. That's why I didn't wake up till like, I don't even know what time it was. I think it was like 7:30, 7:45. So she's knocked out right now. Doing good. We got her that, that little, that walker I was showing you. She found her her forward gear now. So she's finally starting to be able to move forward now. Buy it. He said he's looking at buy it. Let's have a look at it, man. What else? Everybody else looking at, man. J-Dub, are you in buy it? VIOT. That's ticker VIOT. We looked at it a little bit the other day. I remember you bringing this up. 4 hour looks like it's trying to show some pullback, but the 1 hour is showing some strength on the EMA. So this could run a little bit more. And I would look for potential resistance around the $19 if it does. I can't. Let me be precise. Around the 1916. That's what I would look for, J-Dub. What's your price average, man? Oh yeah, if you add a stock that you're already in, be sure to add your price average so that we know how to look at it, analyze it properly based on where you're in at. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get these, while I'm waiting on that, doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get these above $3.95. Huh. Sure would be nice. We're almost there. Just give me a quarter. Come on. Give me my quarter. It does not. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is that stall out period. It's about to break down. It's about to continue pushing down, bro. I've been somewhat pretty precise with all this. I mean, I could go for the 394s or maybe the 393s. I make $8 less though. $9 less, six. So what is that? $9 less per contract. So that's $18 I'm missing out on. But I'm paying an extra $100. All right, I'll go for it. I'm gonna go for the 393s. I think for. I don't want to do this. I got about 1,000 left to play with. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. Do I want to do the 392s? That way it'll leave me about 500 to play with on the rebound if it does rebound today. Choices. Everybody got choices. 12.95. That's great. Man, J-Dub, you do well in finding some you do well in finding some great positions, bro. I'll give you that. I applaud you. For sure. Alright, spot's taking off. I'm not going to be able to do anything less than where I'm at. So, do I want to do $40 every dollar? That's fine. Forget it. Just give it to me. I'm going to snatch them. Give me that. That leaves me with a little bit to play with. I might go ahead and just call it a day on this RMO stuff, man. Or the warrants, that is. The warrants. And let you guys let me know how much you benefit off of them. I'm all about solidarity, but it's not working. I could be using that money elsewhere. If I find the need to use the money, then I'll sell it. How about that? AI killing you, though? I think we talked about this, J-Dub. I think I told you, man. Be careful. Yeah. Yeah, there was still momentum loss on the 4-hour, bro. It was trading on the bottom EMAs. I think I told you we looked at it maybe yesterday. I said that it was breaking out, but you know that's why I've been doing these strong courses on these EMAs, bro. So you can at least set the lines up on your own and color coordinate them appropriately, basically. Hold up. QQQ's down below 315. I just realized it. Broke support level. So, down we go. Down we go. Oh, man, you guys should be, we should be, where am I to? I'm up like $57, so you should be up about 10% now. Now, what I am seeing, though, is that the SPY and the QQQ are actually in alignment with each other today. Right now, I'm up $90 for the day on my calls. I'm down because of RMO being down negative $28. But you guys know that my minimum is like 104 for me to sit here with you for free. And I'm right below it. Even with taking those losses from this morning. I think people are hitting us up in the Facebook chat. Good morning, Steve. Steve, getting the coffee and stocks. Let's talk about your DPW and your SNDL. There he is. Yeah, it's a happier day than yesterday. I had a bad day yesterday, and I still made, like, pretty well yesterday. So, I was telling Reg, I was like, man, if rough days come with better gains, then so be it. Give them to me. But, yeah, I slept in myself a little bit more after yesterday. I was debating whether or not I was even going to get in the markets today because we did do so well. I'm just now breaking above my minimum for the day, so we can chill here for some time. QQQ's breaking down pretty well. I'm going to be watching very closely on it, though, for potential reversals in case we need to go ahead and capture gains and just be satisfied. I know that a lot of you are looking to hold this into tomorrow, which I'm still comfortable with. As you can see, This is what's odd. I told y'all earlier that I typically have bad days on Thursdays. Um, the markets typically go the opposite direction of what my signals are telling me. So as you can see on this 10-minute here, we were actually looking at a reversal from this gap down, and it was gonna bounce. Well, it didn't do that. Yes, yeah. Yesterday was a stressful but happy day. Um, I was fine with it. Like, I think I actually was about to go to sleep at like 3 o'clock in the day, just because I'm like, made my money for the day, keep on pushing. But yeah. Anyway, so to my point though, markets typically go the opposite direction of my day, or what my indicators say, and I have a bad day. I told you we were gonna go to a -7. Boom, hit the -7. Looks like my did I not do a market open scan? I didn't. Or I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't do one before it. But this is where the markets are after we open. The VIX is up 1.14% since we tracked it. Up overall for the day 5.46%. US 10-year, I want to see where it's at. Hey man, you might want to watch out for the AI. It looks like it's pulling down with the rest of the markets, J-Dub. I'm not sure if you're on the Discord or not, or if you can just hear me through the live stream. Guys, I see there's 11 people on here. I want to tell you all, shoot me a friend request, and you can actually jump on this live stream and speak with us live via Discord. I have no issue with that unless you're going to be saying some crazy stuff, and I just can't allow for that. But I guess you must be vetted to speak with us on the Discord. Either way, we win, and so let's see. There's a Discord channel. Hit us up on there. We have a small account challenge going on, showing some of our people how to make some money in downturns. How you can take a small account and do anything with it, basically. Let's see. What's the SPY doing? So, 10 years jumping up this morning. It gapped up. Everybody's aware of that. Gapped up hard, too. If you ask me, it's almost like 13 basis points. This is going to continue to happen, man. So just don't be so surprised about it. The economy's opening back up, and that's what we want, right? But anyways, I think everything's going to correct. I went into this a little bit more in depth, I think, before everybody got into the live stream with us, and you can go back and read over it. I'm not going to go back through it again, but as they correct, we can catch some funds on the downturn. That way we're loaded up for when it does reverse finally. We continue pushing higher. You know what the Discord allows me to do as well? It allows me to still be on my YouTube live stream without even being here in front of my desk now. Because I can hop on it on the Discord call on my phone and walk away now and still be talking to you about what's going on. So everybody here knows I have little ones and they're in school, and sometimes I have to leave my desk in order to take them to school or whatever. So we can still hold a conversation there. And the fact that we have the Discord, we can have a group conversation. I'm not really going to be pushing any alerts or recommending any stocks right now until I see the full extent of how far the markets are going to pull back. Because I can tell you something now and say it looks good, and it might, and then you hop in it, and then the markets just continue taking a dump, and we continue pushing down. So on my $100 personal account, I'm about to clear. It is now 2 3/4 of a week, 3/5 of a week, or no, it's Thursday, huh? Is it Thursday? It's Thursday, yeah. Sorry. I am 3 4/5 into my small account challenge. Started with $100. I actually started with like $200-300, and I lost $200 immediately. So I started at $100 that following Monday. Currently topping $2,800 on it in the past 3 weeks, and I'm cool with that. Of course, this is all free cash at this point. Free cash as in I'm not putting money into it and constantly having to feed it. I think if you throw money at the markets and it doesn't start making you money, you don't just necessarily throw more money at it. But you shouldn't have to, is what I mean by that. Let your money make you money is the goal of this challenge. And I'm not sure how many of you guys in here are actually with us on the small account challenge. I know like 3 or 4 of you, but is anybody else participating in it, even if you're on the sidelines? Let's see. My SPY options, my puts on the SPY are nipping me in the bud. We should be up about 7% on those March 26 puts on the QQQ. Let's look at it a little bit bigger. Move this stuff out of the way too. Tesla sitting right at 677. QQQ looks like it's trying to semi-prop up a little bit, but might lose the steam there as well. Looks like it hasn't went oversold yet, so. And even then, I would look for a double bounce, double RSI bounce. But of course, we don't have to sit here and watch it all day because we're going to be holding it into tomorrow. I think we're really peaked out with where it's at. Right around those 320s is a new peak for it. I know it's been higher than that. All-time high is much higher, but just in the current week that we've been trading, had to work very hard to get above 320, and then once it did finally like gap up pre-market, it always fell back down below it. So let's look on the 4-hour. Like I said, I'm redoing everything from scratch because you got to readjust at some point, and it just gives you more practice. So looking at it from here, I want to see, that's our top line, that's the all-time high for it, but this is what I'm focused on right here. The markets are correcting themselves, which they should, and this is our active. I'm not even going to worry about the all-time high right now, we can look at that later. So 324.71, I guess you could say, is the monthly all-time high just this month. And we have 300 as about 300, right at 300 as our all-time low. So now what is going on is we're trading in this sideways channel, and we're buying puts more so to the high side than the bottom, staying below that that level of support within that channel, right? It broke out, it couldn't keep support above it, and now we're coming back down. It's just what it is. It's what it be like. Alright, let me do some color coordinating over her, and I will get rid of my indicators as well, just so we can see the chart. There we go. I don't know what this is. Get out of there. Thank you. So this was a support level I expect it to stay above. I think it's going to begin turning into, we just gapped down a little bit there. What happened? Just broke down. Yeah, see how it's retesting that 316.28 now, and it just can't get above it. And that's on the 5-minute, of course. So, but I think we're good, positioned well. SNDL has its call in 10 minutes. I don't think the call is really gonna do anything. Me personally. They have released their financial reports, and however it's trading is how it's going to trade. We can look at SNDL real quick. Ultimately, for you, my friend, I do feel like you are going to be able to stay above the 155 now. But your next challenge is the 171, which is only 16-cent spread, but this stock seems to have trouble finding its support where it needs to. Where am I down at? What is holding me down? Oh, my spies. My spies are down $50. What? What are you talking about, bro? What is the spy doing? I don't understand why, but I I think once we start seeing our EMA crossovers on the 1 hour, we're really gonna win. That's gonna be our bread and butter. But what else you guys holding? I know I need to. I've been trying to help you guys as much as possible. And of course, this doesn't cost me anything at this point as long as I hit my daily minimums. Of course, that's the only requirement I have to make. So VIOT is one. Let me know what stocks you're in the chat, man. I know our friend here, Steven, he's in SNDL and DPW. Those are two of his favorites. I was looking through the Facebook chat yesterday. Like I said, feel free to shoot me a friend request on Facebook. I added the link earlier. I can shoot it again if you need it. But I'll add you to our groups. Also, add you to our Facebook chat. And then we also have our Discord as well if you want to hop in there with us. It's up to you. Let me go back to yesterday. There's been a lot of conversation, so I'm going to have to dig a little bit. And I'm going to add some of these positions in here. Feel free to, if you're in the chat, on the YouTube chat, let me know what you're sitting on. Alright, so everybody started finally letting us know. I'm going back just a little bit. Just give me a minute. Yeah, so moving forward, we're actually looking at potentially bringing in more traders, more experienced traders with us on the call, at least on the Discord. And that way you guys can start seeing some different strategies other than what I'm doing. Because this is not the only way. I've in my time in doing this, I've shown 2 to 3 strategies, and they all have changed based on the market changes overall. Somebody said that like my natural facial expression looks like this, and I'm always looking like I'm mad. Whatever. Just how I look, bruh. When I focus in on something, I'm farsighted, so like looking close at some of these things is real blurry. I need to get me some I have these glasses, but they're just blue light glasses, not actual prescriptions. THBR PLTA PLTR. I see J-Dub's holding on, and AI. AI. Why ain't you selling diamonds? Yeah. Let me get a diamond. No, let me get a diamond and $1. How about it? QQQ back below 316, what we wanted to see. SPY is still trending around 394.75, so patiently waiting through all that. I think O'Shea, I keep saying O'Shea. Apparently it's OC. So I apologize. You could have corrected me at any time. Looks like it look like what we have here. OC, those pictures that you shared, I'm not sure if he's even in here anymore. Those pictures you shared, are those current holdings or previous holdings? I'm not reading the actual chats. I'm just skimming through the chat room and looking for the pictures of everybody's portfolio so that I can add it to the list so we can keep up with them together. I just added the wrong ticker. Get off my list. Neat. CLV, PUG, POWW, SNDL. You already got it on there. What y'all talking about in the chat? In there, 1060 long-term hold. All right. Got 11 people in here. Only 4 of them talking to me. Who we got in here? Carl. You still in here, Carl? Shad? J-Dub? I know J-Dub's still in here. The Justins are still with us. Got 12 people in here. Good morning. How you doing? Say hello to the crew, if you would. Currently down a little bit, actually. Spy puts, excuse me, are down $75. I bought 2 of them at the same time. I should have did a ladder attack on it. Didn't do it. Should have. Live and learn. Anyways, QQQ's positive for the most part. The ones that we're doing on the small account challenge are flat, but still positive. RMO still down $30 for the day. Overall down $91 on it. Whatever. I like RMO. Minute to the end. Let's see. I'm still skimming through here and seeing what everybody's holding on to so we can keep track of it here. I guess that's where it ends. QQQ's going positive again. Oh, that's why the SPY jumped up to 395.25. I knew I should have waited a little bit. Whatever. Seeing an EMA rejection though on the 1 hour, on the 34 EMA, it looks like it's where it stopped out at. I could buy another put here for 1 2. Kind of ladder attack that thing, but I really don't like. I'm not really liking puts on the SPY as much as QQQ right now. I'm gonna wait. This is gonna be my last move of the day, and I think I'm gonna wait on it a little bit. Of course, I could buy the 396. No, not the March 26. Well, I don't have to hold it all day either. So the other ones, I'll let it bounce up a little bit. I'm gonna let it bounce up a little bit more. And what I'm looking at, just so you guys can look with me, QQQ propping up too though. Do I want to buy more QQQs or do I want to buy more spice? I feel like the SPY has, the QQQ has more downward. Fall. Check out NOV, everybody. I'm not going to pull it up. I'm just going to tell you. If you're listening, check out NOV. I'm going to pull it up here, but I'm not going to show it. See how many people are listening. Oh, yeah. NOV. Check her out. Performing well. That's all I'm going to say. 1 hour propping up very well. A lot of buying going into it. Wonder if it has options. It does. Winning. You know what? I might sell my RMO warrants for this one. Let's see how we're gonna do this, because I'm considering more QQQ puts. Those are gonna be pretty expensive. I'm looking more in 14 days out. Well, typically if I do puts, I only do them 8 days out, so I'm fine with 26. So I don't have to hold these going into tomorrow. So, they're still expensive. Did it just break down or something? Saying that 316s are in the money now. Boom. Breakdown. 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 Tried to bounce above the 316.28, but as I said, that was the level of support it needs to stay above. It seems like it's turning into resistance now, so the only way is down from here. But these NOVs, bro, they're looking pretty sweet. Let me see. I'm gonna try to see how long I can hold these out to, so I might be able to utilize that. Probably won't even buy them today. I'll probably, let's see, what do we got? What's up, everyone? WWG, what's going on? Trying to make some day trades. Looking for a good one on my scanners. Can't wait until Apple makes smart glasses. WWG, have I seen you here before? Or are you new? Shad, NOV. Go look at it. You want a day trade? I think that's the one. For you guys that have stuck with me this long, something just hit my scanner. It's called F. Ford. It's currently at $12.90 right now, below that $13 range. Looks like it's trying to swing up. See what else we got. Let's see what our top liquidity stock is for the day. These are only stocks between, I think, $0 and $25. So yeah, 25 cents and $25, excuse me. And the top liquidity stock of the day between 25 cents and $25 looks like it's going to be AMC. Yay. Next is OCG. Something to look at. Let's see it. Let's look at it together. Because these futures don't seem like they're gonna reverse. Although the signals are saying it, doesn't look like it. Oh man, this thing's already broke out hard enough. I don't know if there's any time to get into it. We can do some live technical analysis on it real quick, and if you're interested in getting into it. First thing that sticks out is that level of resistance that should play as level of support moving forward. So now that we found resistance up here to the top line, right around the 1568, we can expect this to come back down to the 984. If you jumped into this after this breakout, if you break below the 984, look forward to being holding some bags if you're holding on to it, when you can definitely buy this cheaper. With that being said, if it does break the 984, watch out for the 532. Ultimately, you might be able to find more support than where it was defined right here. So this could be your buy zone if it breaks at 984 between the 544 and the 653. Let's have a gander at AMC. I don't know too many people in it, but that are at least in our community, but we can definitely have a gander. Let's have a look. Been Ford for about a week. Good job, bro. Ford's actually crossing a level of resistance that it hasn't been able to get above since like 2016, end of 2016, beginning of 2017, I think. I might be a little bit off. It might be the end of 2017. But I expect that thing to do some justice. Oh, okay. WWG. Cool. Are you Sean WWG? Andre's friend. Which one of Andre's friend? Because I pretty much know most of them. Anyways, looking at AMC though, we needed to get above the 1222. I've been saying that for some time now. It's doing pretty well. This might have a breakout again now that we're retesting the 449s. If you see a breakout above that, it looks like it has the momentum to do it, so I expect it to. And when it does, I think people are going to freak out, and it's probably going to get shot back to like $25. Which our next level to pay attention to that this could potentially go up to is around like the $17 range at the most. I think more so like right here, 16. And then on that top line, it looks like we got stopped out right at the 1979 and then 2150. I was looking at their electric car. They're a true threat to Tesla. Are you referring to the Mustang, or they have a different one that they're coming out with that I'm not aware of? I haven't been paying attention to it specifically, because the only electric vehicle I knew about was the Mustang. I didn't know they had a catalog, which is why I'm more interested in GM in the EV space, because they're so established. They're as large as they are already, and their portfolio first came out with 11 different vehicles, went up to like 34 or something like that. So I think that's a real threat. But as far as AMC goes, if you are in it, watch these 1449s and how it reacts to it. I'm going to turn those orange. And you could see some churn right around that $16 price range at the peek. The Mach-E. What's it look like? Let's look. Ford Mach-E. Yeah. The Mustang. Got you. Alright, looks like it's trying to bounce a little bit on the QQQ. I just want to give you guys an update on the small account challenge. The SPY is currently trading at 395.35. I still can go snatch some of those puts on it if I wanted to, but I'm not right now. Exactly. I've been looking at these NOVs. I think I want to just ride the QQQ out, man. Pretty satisfied with doing so. Come on down. You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to get rid of my warrants, Jeff. I'm not sure if you're on here, bro, but I'm hopping out of the warrants on RMO, man. Gotta use that money elsewhere to make some money. I bought in late. I should have bought more, probably. So be it. But I wanted to... What I'm looking at is buying more of these dips to the upside. Oh, look at that one. That one's nice. Let me hop in there. Where we at? Give it. Just bought some 318s. March 26th. Puts on the QQQ. Yeah. Give me some rejections. Looking at EMA rejections on the 5-minute, right around these 317 levels actually. Probably could have waited and paid a few dollars less on that, but about $10 less. Oh well. Anyways, let's look at our daily trading log. Picking up just a little bit. It's about 9:30 now, so I need to track the markets anyways, so we can keep track of where they're going. For the most part, the VIX is still picking up. It's down slightly. Let me refresh this a little bit. Nah, I don't want to do that. 10-year still sitting. Still at 173.5. Continue, please. Alright, so we're seeing some pullback from that breakout, it looks like. Refresh it again. It did tap 317. You see how it's riding these EMAs right here? Having issues getting above them. Looks like we're going red on the 30-minute. I know that we've had fake outs before, like I've showed you guys that have been sticking with us. But typically when you have a second swing like that, it's going to go red. And that's going to pull down on the 1 hour. We had a 4-hour fake out on the EMAs, like I told you as well. And we should be going red on the 1 hours here. Once it does that, it should dip down a little bit. There it goes. Just went red as we were speaking, actually. So, looks like it'll teeter around that. For the most part, I'm pretty comfortable with the moves we made today. Actually, my SPY calls are down about $100, and it's weighing down on the rest of my portfolio. I was already down because of RMO. Those warrants really weighed down on me. The equity share on it, it's pretty good. I think I had a misconception yesterday. I thought that RMO was at 411, but I had such a bad day that I was looking at the trade price that I bought it at, and not the market price. So excuse me if I was wrong yesterday and you heard me say something weird or different than what you were saying. That's why. But who we got here? Who we got? We got like 7 people here. Craig added to the 4 Horsemen chat. Okay, cool. Am I in that chat? I don't even know. Andre has me in so many chat rooms, it's hard to even keep up with them. I just built my own and pretty much consolidated it. Because this man is he's a monster on Facebook. I'll tell you that much. I don't know how he keeps up with all this, but he did well in establishing it all. If it wasn't for Andre, I would have met some of you guys, and I'm glad I met Andre to meet some of y'all. So most definitely. Of course, Andre's supposed to be getting on these calls with us for all of you that do know him, and some of his trading team members that he's been working with for some time now. Look forward to doing that. We're basically going to be scanning the markets together and just pushing out calls. Moving forward is the goal. Of course, I'll still have my system in place on how I operate for those more exclusive things that I'm doing behind the scenes with my team here. But I want to test something real quick while I have a second. Unemployment spiked. If I didn't know already. What? It's funny. We were just talking about unemployment. Oh. What's that up like? 50,000 more jobs lost than they expected. Initial jobless claims up 70K. Excuse me. Continuing job claims up. That's that 50,000 I was talking about. The leading index was down 1% lower than expected, down 3% from last month. Says that the U.S. Man, I need some water or something. U.S. indices are trading lower amid weakness in tech names as bond yields rise. Word? I'm just looking over some of the numbers here. The Fed manufacturing index is stellar. It was 51.8 versus 23. Initial jobless claims were 770K more versus 700K, up about 58,000 from last month. Now, the continuing claims was over the estimation or expectations or estimates, excuse me, but it was actually lower than last month. So be careful how you perceive that a little bit. We're still seeing some growth. They expected it to be better. It was just a little bit back, but it still was improvements. And then all that being said, you still have to watch how you perceive the jobless claims to begin with. Looks like I'm going positive on the account outside of my losses to RMO this morning. I was down like $100 on my spy calls. I'm only down like 60 on those. QQQ, I'm up $72 on the small account challenge. You should be up about 5% now, but you all know we're going for that 100% gain for the day. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that information. Steve Terry, I'm not sure if you're on here, and I meant to get back to you. I apologize, I didn't. Andre doesn't sleep. Yeah, he called me. I was asleep already. Looking to create a position on GMIA. We looked at GMIA. Oh man, I think it's prime real estate if you are gonna hop in it, but let's see how hard the markets pull back first, Andre, J-Dub, and see how that acts up for us. Now, market's pulling back. It's a good thing. It's lowering some of these prices. You can get into things you weren't able to get into before they exploded, whatever. So, you know. I've been hollering about 368 for months. And I expected the SPY itself to at least pull back to the 370s eventually. So, as of right now, J-Dub, I would back to your JMIA though. I would you know, hold up just a little bit. Maybe you might be able to find a better entry if you're looking for a long-term hold. Excuse me. Then there's nothing for you to worry about necessarily, but let's go have a gander at the SPY. Stephen Terry, he had 393 puts on the SPY yesterday. Had a nice gap down on those. I'm gonna give my update real quick. Uh-oh. Opening my own live stream. Earlier than me. I just bought a slew of SPY puts going into today. Some that I'm holding into tomorrow. Alright. What we got in here, man? Let's see. Looks like the US 10 years pushing up some more. I got my charts all messed up here, apparently. 10. Let's put this on the daily, put that on the 1 hour. We can put it on the 4 for all the care, it doesn't matter. 1 hour and the 5. At least watch it on a lower time frame. I want to let you guys know that if we collapse below that 316.28, which is doing, probably about to do pretty hard here, it's gonna bottom out. So get ready, all you people holding SPY puts and QQQ puts. It's coming. Let's look on our coffee and stocks list though and see what's performing today. Even with the market pullbacks, as you can see, most of the list is red. We were looking at it a little bit earlier. LKCO doing pretty well, up 12% this morning. SNDL up 7% based on earnings. Had great earnings, by the way. I want to continue to let you know that. GTech, where's GTech trading at? 1480 now. Definitely missed the buy zone on that thing. This is a commercial industrial EV manufacturer. They don't actually manufacture it. They're getting the license from the manufacturer. That's very well established. COSMA gave them the license to basically sell in America. RVLV, for the most part, is holding pretty strong. And sure, man. Our small account challenge, WWJ, is our training, I guess you can say, lesson for our members to learn how to use options. So if you want to join us, all we did was we put like $200 out of our account to the side, and we're gonna multiply the account. That's the goal. Oh yeah, by the way, I got sidetracked. RVLV is actually breaking out of a trend there. So on the top side of the long-term trend is what it looked like. It's been riding it very good. Even in the market pullbacks, it stayed above it. So pretty strong stock there. If you want to hold it long-term, you can expect volatility from the markets not to affect it. And that's why I wanted to go through this list to find the stocks that are actually still performing very well. I pushed HRTG a while back. I got to look how long ago it is. It's currently at $12, so it broke through both levels that I was expecting it to go to. It looks like it had some great earnings and then even a dividend payout, but still continued pushing higher. So pretty happy to see that performing for the people that followed that trade, hopped in there and was able to snatch some of those gains. Let me pull up. GM is at $62. We were looking at it, and when we first started looking at it, it was at 56. It's already bounced into 52. This is why I say it's a strong hold to have. it's going strong up when the markets are coming strong down. So hold strong. GM. I drive a GM, so I love GMs. I don't like the newer model Yukons, by the way. I like my model Yukon. It just looks nice. Those other ones look like space vehicles, but anyways. BGI still doing well. Once it broke through 366. It tried to rebound. It looks like and hit that 515. We found resistance there, but I think it has the momentum to keep pushing to the upside and retest those levels. We were talking a little bit more in depth about TLRY and the acquisition of APHA, and where that would put the price point. I have a price target of about $35 on TLRY based on the approval of that acquisition. So if you're buying into this now, you might be buying it very cheap. It's below that resistance level though. So before you start seeing any return on it, you're going to need to. And it looks like QQQ is working hard to stay up, but I think it's coming down. It's back. It was at 315.71. Now it's back at 316.50. I need to figure out why. I'm going to watch some videos on option trading. I want to get into it bad. I don't have a clue about it. Well, if you want to join us, Chad, I'm going to share the Discord one more time. I'm not sure how many of you guys are still in here, but that's the main focus here. And it's about to be 10 o'clock, so if you want to continue moving forward with this throughout the day, hop on the Discord, man. That's all we talk about is how to play these options. So I just shared it in the chat. I got about 6 more minutes here. I'm going to sit here. And then I'm going to move over to our Discord call. Actually, we have a voice call going on simultaneously with this live stream on Facebook and YouTube. I don't know what the deal is, but more people just, I guess they click on the YouTube video and they come straight there, but it's supposed to be doing a live on, what is that? I'm going to mute you for a second, bro, because it's echoing. But it doesn't seem like it's just taking off on Facebook like I expected it to. But yeah, jump on the Discord. We're doing a small account challenge. We're putting $200 into options and teaching you guys how everything works, every piece of knowledge that you need to know in order to utilize them on just a basic operational type setup. Especially using it against the markets is very easy to see gains in the meantime while you're training, so you're actually paying yourself to learn how to use them. It's the goal here. And we're doing pretty well. We're pretty much 50% up on our option small account challenge. I want to go ahead and give everybody the heads up that typically we see some losses before we see some gains, so don't freak out. Somebody said, what expiration do you usually pick on options? All right, when I'm trading the markets, if I'm doing puts on the market, I'm looking at 7 days out on my expiration date, at least 7 to 9 days. And I typically don't hold it overnight, but I've built the account from nothing to do this, where I can buy 2 of those same contracts, look for 100% intraday on a 7 to 9 day expiration date contract with my price target. Typically in the money. With us doing the small account challenge, though, it's a little bit out of the money, but we're working to build it where we can buy in the money calls, and that's where it'll really take off. So back to my point, 7 to 9 days out expiration. I typically trade them intraday, but with me being able to buy multiple calls now, I can buy 2 of them. If I jump up 100%, I'm going to sell 1 of them, right? And let the other one run, because typically, that basically means that the second option contract in itself is completely free. I check the momentum to make sure that it's still going to go down, of course, the next day in a gap down fashion. Just like what Steven saw this morning. He bought SPY puts yesterday. It was at $3.98. It gapped down $4. Boom. He had 393 puts on the SPY and won. So if I'm doing calls, though, it's the adverse. It's about 14 to 21 days. Typically 14, though, because 21 you start paying a lot more for in the money calls. And when choosing an expiration date, it's really about the theta and the vega. The theta is basically how many dollars you're going to lose every day that you wait. It's your time decay. So I'm willing to lose like $50 in time decay if I have to. But I'm day trading options and swings in the market, and then I might hold into that next day. I go a little bit more in depth on the Discord with it. If you want to hop in on there with us, you can look at it as a podcast and just listen. You don't have to actively be talking. Um, and we're going pretty in depth with these a little bit more. So, Steven, I'm not sure if you're still on here. I see you're in the Facebook chat. If you could just let me know that you got that. Yeah, otherwise, I'll hit you up on the side. Shad too. I see we still got a few people in here. I'm not sure if you guys got my my Facebook link. Feel free to. I say I got Carl in here. I'm gonna add him into Wait a second, Carl. Oh man, I thought you were this guy that I was watching on YouTube. That was doing some pretty big things. I'm not saying you're not. I just kind of got excited. Like, oh snap, what's up, dude? But I'm adding you to the chat now, bro. I'm not sure if you're in there already or not, but you will be. Call Ray. Welcome, my friend. Anybody else want to hop in our Facebook chat or Discord? Feel free to let me know. Shoot me a friend request on Facebook. If you would, just show your support by sharing it on Facebook, man. That's all I'm asking. Twitter, wherever else you can share it. Discord, if you're in any other Discord communities. Looking at the 10-year though, it typically gaps up a little bit, and then it'll kind of come down a little bit, but I expect this to continue to gap up again going into tomorrow. So definitely something to pay attention to. The SPY's sitting above 395. Looks like it's trying to do some slight crossovers, but it's what I'm paying attention to is the fact that it's trading under these EMAs on the 30-minute now. It cannot get above the EMA, the 34. And until I see that occur, I'm expecting it to continue to push down. QQQ trading about 316.75 right now. And let me see where I'm positioned, how I'm positioned. Yeah, I'm all in. I got about 2,200 in options right now on the line. 23. I'm only down $125 overall, so not stressing. I think what's really going to save my account is the fact that I bought those 318 puts when we were sitting above 317. The fact that we're still below those levels, so I'll still be alright. I do have a limit in what I'm willing to give up. Thanks for that. For sure, bro. Welcome. I welcome you. Which chat am I added to? This is the Millennial Investment Free chat. So when I met up with Andre, he was giving me access to all these chats, and he wanted to revive some of them, and so the goal was to consolidate them. And this was actually the 23rd chat room that we had at that point. And I was like, man, this is just crazy, because like one option you have is pushing a message to one chat room and then pushing it to the other 22, and there's people, the same people sometimes maybe in 6 or 7 of these chats, and then they're getting blown up by all of these messages. So we ended up consolidating them to just one, and that's what you're in now, is that one free chat room. Andre, bro, why aren't you on the Discord call? Are you on YouTube? Come hop in on the Discord call. I'm about to shoot him an invite, see if he does it. Putting you on the spot, bro. Doing some weird stuff. Anyways, QQQ broke back up above 317. Somebody just hopped in here with us. That was Reg. What's up, Reg? All right. Sorry, guys. Doing 5 things at one time.
You hear me?
Oh yeah. Now you can talk to us.
Hey, finally.
Yeah.
What's up with you?
Chilling, man. Just watching this. About to hop off the live stream for a little bit. I don't want to though. Andre is working. He just woke up. Talking about he's working. I know he just woke up because I hit him up when I woke up, and he just now responded to me. Nah, I'm sure he was awake. Just messing. Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off the live stream. We'll be jumping over our Discord for the most part, talking about yeah, it was chat overload with all the different chats. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop on the Discord call. If you guys want to join us, I've shared the link a few times. You can find it in the chat. You can also find it in the description of the video. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments or directly through our chats or whatever. Also, all I ask is that you share this with everybody else, and we invite more and more people to our conversation every morning, and find the ultimate goal is finding more opportunities together. So, other than that, thank you for spending some time with us here on YouTube. If you have any questions, like I said, let me know. Otherwise, good luck trading. Hope you're prepared for what's about to come. I think the market's about to pull down on us, so don't freak out too much, but I think it's going to happen. Otherwise, have a great day. I'll talk to you guys.